Very much, Riv. Team Liquid is going to be very happy with that victory over Cloud9. It was commanding. We talked about, how they were going to be entering the postseason, and that's a pretty good start for them. Let's start in Champion Select, though. That Zed, Riv just mentioned it, Zed coming out, but the Azir was picked prior to the Zed. It's part of what allowed it to be picked.
It's the old switcheroo by Team Liquid and Champ Select because Corki has been so commonly picked early as a mid laner. I feel like Cloud9 just got a little lazy. Said, oh yeah, Azir into Corki, boom, done.
Yeah.
Nope. Then they picked Zed.
I feel like this was a tale of two very different flex picks where Cloud9 are like, oh, we're early picking this Trundle. That's a flex pick, right? Well, I mean, that's not very flexible when you're already up against Poppy and you don't really care. I mean, you can flex it, but if Team Liquid doesn't care about the flex, it loses all of the, its potency. The potency of being a flex pick. Whereas the Corki flex changes the matchup tremendously. You get to pick an assassin into Azir, and it looked like they actually got the better of Cloud9 and Elimination in this Champ Select. I really like that little mind game that they
going. Very smart adjustment by Team Liquid in Champion Select. On the other side, though, I mean, it's hard not to be critical of Cloud9 when their last pick was Alistair of all things, right? If they were maybe saving their last pick for something else, but you know that Hai's going to play Alistair. Just pick it instead of the Azir and save Jensen that final pick so he can counter the for sure mid lane.
That's why I think they were really fooled by the Corki thing, and they thought that Corki was for sure going to go there. And I do get that Azir has risen a lot in value, been picked all across the world. Everybody wants to play it, so they kind of jumped on that plan. Like, they already wanted to play it, so Team Liquid kind of dangled it out there, and they let them play what they wanted to.
And if we remember the best Azir from last year, it was Phoenix. So even if they were wanting it as a denial pick, there's still a small chance there. It's just, I think the Zed definitely caught them off guard. It was, I mean, because of the multiple options there, it means Team Liquid's draft was like actually pretty secure.
Yeah, plus you brought up the point of, not forgiving Cloud9 for some of the mistakes they made. The first mistake they made of Balls, in-game mistake of Balls staying up there in the lane swap, that was like, he got Alzheimer's or something, forgot how to play the lane swap thing, saw two people come in and just stayed at, I haven't seen someone do that in so long. I guess
it was so strange. Because
technically impacted it yesterday, but that was even a completely different scenario, but still.
Of the jungle start, because they actually had their support harassing the jungler. They saw the top laner leave early, so like they actually had knowledge of everyone on the map, and it's like, yeah, maybe I can pick up some experience here. No, you can't. You will definitely die.
They were like, yes, I remember now. This is why we don't sit here and try to...
it's a problem when you've been playing lane swaps for that long and you've gone through that many iterations of lane swaps. I guess you can fall victim to thinking for a moment that you can pick up that XP where you really can't.
He picked up XP yesterday, but he was hidden behind a wall and no one could see him there.
Right. So yeah, that's mistake number one. Mistake number one obviously put Team Liquid at an advantage, got them ahead. We then saw a very early gank into the mid lane where pick up another kill on Jensen. That in turn netted Rift Herald, and that's kind of where the game blew open for Team Liquid.
Yeah, from the early mistake by Balls, the rest of Team Liquid's play was very clean, especially when they were able to get Azir out in the open field against Zed, utilize the Rek'Sai to chain on top of that, and then just the continuation to the turret dive was all like very, very cleanly done and is a big step forward for Team Liquid as they go towards playoffs.
Yeah, I really liked how Team Liquid reacted to this because, yes, Balls staying top is an unforced error by Cloud9, but then Team Liquid took that, and it's only a first blood, it's only first blood money. Cloud9 still got the turret trade and everything. It wasn't as disastrous as we saw yesterday, but Team Liquid, after that, they made play after play, focusing on the Azir. Jensen was pushed up. They were able to pressure there and then chain that into the Rift Herald, into more. So they leveraged the early small advantage that they got into a really good mid game.
Yeah, pretty quickly we saw a 5K gold lead. From there, they played a conservative game, but they still managed to close it out fairly cleanly. So good on them for closing it out in the way that they did for Cloud9. I mean, it's out of their hands now, whether or not they're playing for a first-round bye. It's going to be all about whether or not CLG loses to Dignitas. So if you're a Cloud9 fan, you're now rooting for Dignitas in that game of the day. Just 3.5, so stick around.
How are these so broken? Can I get this fixed, actually? I'd rather have one of those cheers, because I feel short in this one. Help!
Riven!
Help!
Riven!
Now he sees some time to move out of this one. Throws down the Emperor's Defy. Should be able to get out Lorlo. Gigantic. Hai tries to do what he can to stop the team of Liquid from getting through the turret, but Cloud9 is just getting... one over right now. It seems like domino effect since the first kill.
I'm going on Jin.
Jin. No flash, no flash, no flash.
On Jin.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go, baby. The Rex side.
Liquid playing a very convincing game against the second place Cloud9 team, and Team Liquid, as they take their time taking down the Nexus, they will finally do it. 32:59 on the clock. Team Liquid take down Cloud9.